Welcome. Today's topic is all about meditation and the active process that we partake in every day. Whether we realize it or not, there is something very special and deeply rooted within all of our beings that meditation is just a natural way of existing. Now, meditation has many different perspectives that are being thrown onto it, whether it's a struggle to sit still or something that we do quite naturally. I find that meditation is essentially another name for the flow state, or another name to allow us to witness our disciplines within ourselves. Because in a seated meditation, it requires a lot of discipline. That also translates to the active meditation, whether we are cooking, whether we are brushing our teeth, or making our bed. These active meditations really help all of us, and it's very important to reconnect with our senses. So, meditation may seem like a big word that brushes over many different topics, and I think that is true. However, I want to try and explore the benefits that we can all share to help us return to peace and spread that everywhere. Because meditation is a practice of self discipline. And with self discipline, we become able to find self acceptance. We have a lot of beautiful experiences that help us transcend the hard things in life. And sometimes there's no name to express what is happening because meditation is essentially an energetic experience and helps us recalibrate. And it's very important that we all recalibrate our senses. There are many ways to perceive the right way to meditate, and we are all at different stages. So I sort of want to help anyone realize that in the seated meditation position is one way of 1,000 different ways to meditate. Because if you're neurodivergent like myself, or neurotypical, whatever fancy label, that really becomes irrelevant. Because in meditation, we got to transcend all the stories. And the, the paradox, right? And this is really why I'm making this video, is because I really want to highlight this paradox of you can sit still and find peace and hold that peace for what may feel like eternity. And then when you move or when you get pulled to either cook, pulled to do something human, I say, because we all need to survive, we all need to, you know, partake in life. And it can be very challenging as an individual personally who experiences a lot of solitude by choice. And I've definitely worked through a lot of my traumas. The list will go on. But as an individual who experiences a lot of solitude and can practically find peace quite effortlessly, I'm sure I'm not alone. That there are many people out there that it gets disrupted when we have to partake in life, and we need to get messy or interact with people who are not as receptive to peace, or whatever label we want to choose to critically analyze whatever that perspective may be. So it's a little bit of a paradox that you can find it, but we need to be able to harness it and bring it to the world and keep doing that. So it's not a one person can do everything, because we need many individuals to do the same thing. And the same thing is just finding your own way and realizing that there is no greater destination than arriving at peace and self love and self acceptance. That's really what meditation is for. So, if you can deepen your meditation to encompass the self love that you already have, and you may already know it, it's constantly practicing self love, self acceptance, especially when you're cooking, because that is a flow state in itself. There might be a flow state in brushing your teeth, making your bed. There are these elements that are very important to all of us. So, if you're looking to deepen your meditation, just remember that there is no greater destination than arriving and feeling self love. And the shortcut to feeling this is quite easy. You just remind yourself that self love will override everything and anything. Because it does. Your heart is smarter than the mind. And the meditation is to make the mind and the heart coherent. Once you arrive at that location where your mind and your heart become coherent, you don't have to go much further. It just becomes something very solid to enjoy. It's a feeling, it's a healing experience. And we need to bring this into the world. These beautiful internal states that we share with one another is the greatest and most peaceful way to express the love for humanity. Because it becomes very challenging when we are fighting our own demons constantly. It can be very challenging when other people are fighting their own demons. However, when we become clear within ourselves, we become easier reflections for those who can't do the same thing. And it's just where we are at within the process. We become a mirror. And there's nothing wrong with becoming a mirror. It's just part of the collective process, I suppose. Some people may just be happy doing what they're doing until they see other people living in a more free kind of way. There's no right or wrong, it's just in the philosophical kind of sense, I suppose. There's many lessons to be learnt, there's many things to explore. We just need to embrace our own time to recalibrate and do far more. There are many ways to play with words in our minds and transcend the pain that led us astray. So we all are on a healing journey, no matter where we are in life. We all come to this earth to heal something. And it is always easier said than done. But having gratitude is a great tool. It's one of the greatest things that transcends the past and unsticks the yuckiness from wherever it was that we started. And reflection time is very sacred time to truly, I suppose, honor ourselves, because we do go through a lot. Whether you have CPTSD, whether you have any form of mental health issues, there are tools to presence. And meditation is just a topic that I'd like to explore more. And I'd like to help as many people as possible. So I'm just going to wrap it up now and say, like, share, subscribe, help more people deepen their meditation. Share some of the tools to presence throughout my other videos if you like. And hopefully we can anchor in some more peace, because once we do that, then unity becomes very easy. But until we have peace within ourselves, we're not going to be able to expand the unity consciousness that naturally exists. It takes all of us to partake in the work. And the work is essentially free, it's fulfilling. When you breathe and meditate and know everything's going to be okay, even if it's hard to hear, it may be the truth that will never disappear. So take a moment to breathe, and hopefully we can explore our own alchemy. Peace, love, and unity.